I was doing so. My goal was to try and push this channel. I'm going to start showing more of my work, days out exploring landscape photography, Munro journeys on this channel. So I thought what I'll do is I'll start off with a video explaining the kit that I use. A lot of people ask what camera do you use, what drone. So I thought I would explain that in this video and then hopefully get out in the field and show you a bit behind the scenes. So first off, the camera that I'm currently using at the moment is the Sony A7R. So I upgraded this maybe a few months ago, and the reason behind that is the focus stacking feature that you get. So focus stacking, I'll explain in our video, but really it just means that if you're trying to get something in focus at the front of the image and at the back of the image, sometimes if you're using a wide angle lens and you're trying to get that kind of subject quite close to you, but you want to get the background in focus as well, you need to do what we call focus stacking. This camera has a built-in feature that does that for you, so you would focus on the thing closest to you and it would take as many images as it needs to make sure that everything in that image is in focus. So take that into Photoshop and you would put it together. So I'll show that bit in a video, but the A7R is a great camera. The resolution on it's a lot higher than what I was using before, which was the A7 IV. Both great cameras, and I started off with the A7 III, which again is a great camera. I've only used Sony, so you might be someone who uses a different brand, but the body can be not as important as what the lenses can do. So let's talk about the lenses. This is probably my go-to lens. There's the 16 to 35. Again, it's a wide angle lens, so I can get something that's quite close to me, or I can get this wide landscape shot with the 16 to 35. I know a lot of photographers that use 24 to 70, but this is just my preference. Probably my go-to lens, to be honest. Would I buy a 24 to 70? Definitely, but that's for another day. The other lens that I kind of use a lot, especially when we're looking at getting mountains or anything in the distance, or trying to get a sense of scale, I'll use a 70 to 200. So this is a 70 to 200 f4. They have brought out newer versions, so there is a Mark II on this, and there also is a I think it's a 70 to 200 2.4, 2.6, I'm not sure, but definitely a go-to lens. The newer versions are a lot pricier than this one, so that's why I've just stuck with this at the moment. To be honest with you, I don't use it as much as what I should. I love it, but it does hold a lot of weight. So if I'm climbing a Munro, I find that I try and keep my bag a bit light. If I've got this camera, this lens, and then obviously clothing, water, safety kit, it can kind of add up. So that's the only reason I don't use that as much as what I should. The other lens that I have here, I've got a 50mm G Master. I think that's a 1.4. Use this for portrait. To be honest with you, I do not use this enough. I would be tempted to sell this on. It's a great camera, and to have that 1.4, the depth of field on it is amazing, but I just don't use it enough because it's fixed. So once you've got the 50mm on, you don't have any play about, whereas on this one I can play about for 16 to 35, and that one I can play for 70 to 200. So I would sell this, even though I do love it. The images that I've got from this have been great. So that's kind of my lenses and camera. Some of the other things that I use, I have the case magnetic filters. So these are great, magnetic. So all you would do with these is if you wanted to, if you were in daylight or if you were trying to do a waterfall, trying to get a long exposure, all you would do is you take off this cap, which is the magnetic lid, and then you would just clip it like that, so, and then that's you got an ND filter on. It's so quick, and handy. The only downfall I would say is if you don't have your lens cap off, it's hard to get it on and off, but in fairness I should be going there and then lens cap on anyway, so that would be the setup. But yeah, very handy filter system, so quick and easy, and you've got like a polarizer at ND, I think that goes up to ND64 if not more, yeah, ND100. So let's talk about the drone. So the drone is the DJI Mini 4 Pro. I've recently upgraded to that. I had the Mini 3 upgraded to this. The only reason I actually upgraded to this is because it's got full obstacle avoidance, so less chance of crashing it. In fairness, I've never crashed my Mini 3, but it's good to have this. You don't need to keep... The Mini 3 didn't have sideways obstacle avoidance, this has got it full obstacle avoidance. The active track on it's a lot better, so some great shots on this. So love that wee drone, too handy, so light, so easy, compact, can take that anywhere. For vlogging, I've got the Osmo, I think it's a Mini 3. I upgraded this, so I had the newer one, but the newer one had a selfie stick on it, and what I found with the one with the one with the selfie stick is that it wouldn't tilt as good as the older versions, so I just basically sold the newer version and then I found this on Vinted and I got it quite cheap, I think, and I just feel that this can tilt so much better. I think the 5 and the 6 is the one that's got the selfie stick, and I just found them, they didn't, yes you could get a good selfie angle and you could do vlogging that way, but when you were trying to actually do some b-roll video, it was really quite awkward. So I've just reverted back to this, and I would just put my hand out further if I was doing it for vlogging. I also like to use the tripod that you've got with that as well. So that's kind of the tools that I use. I've got another couple of things. This is probably one of the things that I use when I'm doing kind of portrait stuff or couple shoots, is I use a off-camera flash. So this is a AD200, and then I use this kind of these modifiers called MagMod. So MagMod will allow you to, if I had to take that flash now, it would be such a big beam of light, and then if you put these modifiers on, so you've got the grid there, it kind of narrows it down, and then also you've got the spear here which makes the light a bit softer as well. So that's just something that I would use if I was doing wedding portrait work, and that's the AD200. I've got another one of them actually, I've got 2 of these which are great. As for the tripod, that's a new tripod that I have the camera on currently at the moment recording, is a Kingjoy. I've recently just upgraded that, so all I know it's carbon fibre, it's a bit lightweight. I still have the Benro March, I think that's aluminium, so it's a lot heavier. So the Kingjoy is the new one. So I've not really tried and tested that, so I can't really comment, but hopefully I'll get out in the field with that quite soon. But that was just a quick overview of the kit that I've got. So hope that helps, and I'll speak to you soon.